Everyone, good morning. Will you please welcome back to the stage Dan Galpin.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for getting here bright and early in the morning, for listening to us when we said things were starting a half an hour early. Welcome to everyone on the live stream and all the people who are watching in our viewing parties. So just a couple of notes about today. One is that we do not have lightning talks today. We only have 40 and 20-minute sessions, and please, try to stay for both 20-minute sessions if you can. Check the schedule one more time to make sure that you don't miss your favorite or perhaps least favorite engineer or topic at the office hours. And one more thing is, you probably noticed there was a schedule change this morning. The D8 and R8 talk is not happening because Mr. Wharton had a special project that he calls 23E, for those who are following him on Twitter, and we congratulate him on that. And so instead we'll have Trash Talk, which is a great talk with Chet and Romain happening in the other room. But the exciting part right now is that we have an esteemed group of people to be talking about the future of Android and foldable. Please welcome Andre, Adrian, and Jisun.
Devices. And as part of this, we're also going to improve the AOSP emulator, so it will have support for simulating all those foldable and multi-display behaviors, as Andre also mentioned. Finally, some pointers on where you can find more information. In the following days, as I mentioned, we'll have this blog post up. There's also a Samsung developer site where you will find more information about Samsung's devices and their guidelines. And for testing your apps, the Samsung emulator will also be available on their website sometime in Q4. OK. At this point, I would also like to thank you for all the amazing experiences you developers are building for Android. And we're really excited to see what you will do next and what you will create next on this new form factor of foldable devices. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Chris.
I'm Alan.
And we're here today to talk about the cost of a pixel, specifically the colors that you choose in your apps and how they directly affect the battery uses of your users' devices. So before we do that, we need to think about the actual technology that goes into users' devices, and specifically the display technologies. Now, there are two prevailing kind of technologies that are in most devices, LCD and OLED. The majority of devices...
Cool. Well, thanks for coming. Welcome to the Working with Work Manager session. My name is Samir Kataria. I'm a software engineer at Google.
Hi, my name is Rahul Ravikumar. I'm also a software engineer at Google.
And we both work on Android architecture components, particularly Work Manager. Let me grab my... All right, so what are we going to talk about today? We're going to give you a state of the union about Work Manager. It was released at Google I/O. I want to if you haven't already. And for those of you who have, thank you very much. Your feedback's been invaluable. We're up to Alpha 11. So there's 3 general categories of artifacts here. There's the runtime. There's the KTX stuff, which includes a coroutines worker that we just put in, so you don't have to write your own. And then there's testing support as well. These are some helpful links. Scheduled task with Work Manager is the developer.android.com section for Work Manager. There's the on YouTube, there's the Google I/O 2018 talk, which talks about all the basics in much greater length. Some of those APIs have changed a little bit, but it's still broadly a good thing to read or to listen to. And also, please file your feedback at our public issue tracker. Beta is coming. We were told that this morning or last morning as well, so we're kind of, we have to go back to work. But thanks a lot. Please visit all the Jetpack libraries on the web, and we'll be outside for any questions that you might have. Thanks.
Thanks. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us at Best Practices for Themes and Styles. I'm Alan.
Hi, my name is Nick Butcher.
And we're going to be talking about some ways to think about themes and styles at a high level, and how to apply those when you're designing themes and styles for your application. So first, let's start at a high level, the way that designers create mocks and the way that developers are interpreting them. So here's the latest
to this component on issuetracker.google.com. We've recently updated the Android settings guide to make use of the Android X preference library. Please check it out for further information on some of the things I've talked about in this talk and some other features out of the scope of this talk. And we're working on template for Android Studio as well as public samples demonstrating this new library coming soon. For more information on Android Jetpack, you can go to developer.android.com/jetpack. And thank you for listening.
Hello, and welcome to the last session of Android Dev Summit, or the ultimate session, I think, which is called Get Animated. My name is Nick Butcher. I am a designer and engineer here at Google.
My name is Doris, and I work on the Android UI Toolkit team. I'm responsible for Android Animation API.
And I'm Nicolas Roord. I'm working on the design tools on Android Studio as well as on constraint layout.
John Hofford. 2021. In the meantime, in case you missed everything that happened in the last 2 days, we tried to capture it in 90 seconds.
Welcome to the 2018 Android Developer Summit. This is an event for developers by developers.
With over 2 billion devices, 750 billion apps downloaded every year, Android's developer community is growing hugely. We saw it more than double just in the past few years.
So the Android App Bundle makes it much simpler. With no additional developer work needed, the App Bundle now makes apps an average of 8% smaller to download for M+ devices.
We simply could not do this without you, so thank you.
As Dave just said, thank you. Thanks for coming.